Everything's rolling. Here we are for episode 2 of Marketing from the Booth with Charlie from Podcast Village and Samad and Troy. And today we're going to talk about lists and holidays a little bit. So I'm going to pass the microphone over to Samad to get the show started.
Thanks, Charlie. It's always great to do more of these episodes on Marketing from the Booth. So it's always so much fun. We're talking a little bit about email marketing today, and if it's holidays are coming up in November, and there's no way you're gonna really get going on actually getting sales if you're not really utilizing your email lists. And some people just tend to forget about that piece. We get these kind of emails all the time where, hey, we need to have this email blast ready for Cyber Monday,
But it's probably the Friday before.
yeah, and then we're like, okay, so what's your list? We're not just sending this out to willy-nilly anyone. You have to have a cultivated email list, and it's important to start that now, so when you're ready to start hitting people up for sales because you want to get product moved, you're ready for that. You have a segmented list for that piece, and now we're in a good spot to actually make some money out of it.
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny because actually I got an email back in January from one of our local Pittsburgh clients. And the fact is they said, okay, we want to start planning for our holiday season now. And so I was amazed. I was very glad to hear that they were wanting to take that foresight.
Yeah.
But to Samad's point, people don't think about it that far in advance. Years ago, people would plan months and months in advance. Now everything is very knee-jerk reaction. And you can't do that with marketing, and especially the email aspect of it, because when you bring in the list research, the demographics, you really need to spend some time doing that and doing it right. Because no matter what kind of email, you can design and have the greatest email or mailing campaign, whatever. But if you don't have the right list, it means nothing, and you're wasting your time and money.
Yeah, and I mean with MailChimp, as well as we use another email marketing tool called Klaviyo for e-commerce. It's either MailChimp or Klaviyo for us usually. They all have like double opt-in features, which I would definitely actually take advantage of. Don't try to solicit or just take a list there. It's not going to get you sales. You need to have a individual relationship with the person that you're about to email. Otherwise, it's going to be unsubscribed. You're going to become junk mail. They're going to, if you have too much of a unsubscribe rate, you just kind of shot yourself in the foot, essentially.
Can you describe again, I'm not familiar with that expression, double opt-in.
Yeah.
So what would an example of a double opt-in be? So I'm not sure I know. I think I know.
So for what MailChimp is doing now, you can opt in by saying, yes, I authorize Insight and Digital to send an email to us. But not only do you now check off that box, or you get to a page where that's opted in on MailChimp's server usually, then they verify your email address. So they'll ask you to put in your email and send out that email to your inbox for you to confirm it. That's
Right.
that double opt-in. It's not just like, oh, all right, yeah, I want marketing from this person. No, like they want to verify that email address as well. But from a perspective of a company, or if you're again in a lifestyle brand or a clothing company or whatever, coffee, it could be whatever, that person now is way more valuable because they really do want your information. So it goes back into what are you going to be talking about?
Right.
You can design your opt-in page with MailChimp to have kind of little tidbits about what you're going to talk about. That might be insightful or useful for them. They don't want you to say, we want to email you because we want to send you all of our sales. Like, no one cares about that as much like they do. Yeah. So, exactly. And I think it's important to make sure that you design and create that opt-in page you might not have exactly topics and articles on there or anything like that. That's not the point, right? Everything, again, we talked about in another episode, in our first episode, that everything needs to have an objective. That opt-in page should be about what it is that you're going to be emailing them for. Now you can actually start fostering that email list. You can cultivate that list. They're opting in. You can obviously start with your clients. If you're a service-based company, let them know. I mean, hopefully they're going to want to talk to you. Otherwise you might have other bigger problems. Or they're going to want to get emails from you. But again, start with people and then you can start looking at strategies to kind of grow that list. And there's so much that you can do from a social perspective. Hashtagging, getting people to that right page, that opt-in page, so they can grow that list. Put some money towards it if you want. You don't have to spend much on Facebook ads.
Right.
We'd be happy to help out, but it's important to try different things, but do it for the right objective. Don't just throw money at something thinking that's going to work.
In other words, don't do Facebook ad without organizing it.
Right. Don't just I want to start it. Yeah.
Creating your objective.
Right.
Because that's what I did.
Yeah.
I just spent $7. Now it was only $7, but just to promote something we liked.
Yep.
So we didn't really have an objective. I think we accomplished promotion, but we didn't get email signatures, for example.
Right. Yeah.
Not a good objective to not have closed down.
And one of the things to think about when you do those types of campaigns is don't get discouraged because you may try an avenue and try to achieve, add into more lists, but they may not be the right target audience for you. You have to do some tests and refine your audience,
Right.
And figure out exactly what works the best for you.
Segment.
And frankly, that's why
yes.
people want to work with gentlemen like yourselves and companies like yours, because I don't know how to analyze that data. I know my objective, but I may not know how to look and use that to decide what the next ad should look like.
Yes.
Right.
But I don't know that stuff. That's why I rely on.
Yeah, we'd be happy to help focus you into that right campaign, but hopefully
The one that makes money for you.
Yeah, but there is a lot of I think a lot of people will think that we're gonna do this SEO campaign, we're gonna do this. How long is it gonna take? It's not instantaneously.
Like
You got to really trial and error. Unfortunately, I cannot say that I can get you exactly the right audience the first time around. It really does take time.
I'm glad you brought that up because the fact is, I have to educate clients on a regular basis about the concept of ROI. If a company, an internet company, if a digital company is coming to you and saying, hey, if you spend X amount of dollars with me, I can guarantee you're going to get this many leads, run away.
Yep.
Because they can't guarantee that. And if they're going to guarantee it, that means that they're not valid. So marketing is educated trial and error.
Yeah.
Okay. Really? Wow.
Yep. Yeah. There's no magic formula for anything.
And isn't the contrast in digital, because everything happens instantly?
Yep.
So we want that to happen instantly too.
Right.
I know I do.
Yeah.
You know.
But you can always.
It's not the way it works.
With digital marketing, you do get all this data, so you can sit there and analyze the data and be more educated with it.
Right.
But first of all, you need to have that data. For us, what's really cool is if you're an e-commerce company, we have a platform that basically harvests data. Troy knows about it from the health side.
And then you're able to really strategically manage.
Right. So, but again, that's
not over one night.
Right. It's not going to be perfect, but you need to have data to actually analyze and then create the right campaigns. Because there might be one for holiday that needs to be holidays campaign email list about your product, but there might be one that needs to be more about what it is that you guys are up to, or educating about about that product. Let's just say they're a suitcase company. We have a client that's a really it started on Kickstarter. They are building these really cool suitcases called their company's called Barracuda.
Okay.
And that is again another piece. No one's gonna just buy a suitcase without really knowing what's better about yours. Yeah. So you got to educate. So that's a different segmented list than the people that are ready and hot than the other list of people that have already purchased and you want to keep getting more sales out of.
You cultivate them all differently.
Correct.
Yes, and different messaging.
Yeah.
Right.
So from the holiday perspective, if you're looking for Black Friday, if you're looking for Cyber Monday, I think it's important to, like, it's August, it's, it's the beginning of August right now.
Should be
Start
talking
cultivating,
about it.
yeah. Start talking about it now. Get that list to where it needs to be. So we now have that segmented list of hot people ready to buy. They might not buy yet. MailChimp actually allows you to, with your Shopify store, allows you to do like basically a lot of that. Like, so if someone has purchased, they'll move that person from the prospect list to the confirmed buyer list, the order purchase.
Demo of that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We can definitely do that. But start now, and by October,
So develop a
November,
list,
you're
develop a
ready to go.
campaign.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go home and work
This
on
is
my
awesome.
Christmas list.
There you
Different list.
go. Exactly. Thanks everyone for another episode of Marketing from the Booth. It's been great.
Thank you.
Yeah.